All right, so the next step, once we create the parameters, then we're gonna go here to views. We're gonna say browser organization. Then we're gonna click edit, grouping and sorting. And then this is how we're gonna be sorting the grouping and sorting the views in here that we're getting ready to create. So I'm gonna select subdiscipline, click OK. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here to collaborate. Then we're gonna go to Worksets. Then we are going to create new worksets. So I typically like to call it AW concrete. Click OK. New AW cranes. Now, all these different worksets that I'm creating are different things that I know that are in the structural model. Some of them there might not be in there, so some of them I might not need them, but you can create your own as needed. So it doesn't exactly have to be the ones that I'm doing. I just know that these are the ones that are typically used on my projects. Actually, I think cranes don't even, there's no cranes on this revit model, so I probably won't need that. And hatches, I'm gonna leave it in there, but I don't think we have hatches in this model either. All right, for the most part, I think these are all the ones that I need for this Revit model. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck visible in all views. Probably select all of them and then uncheck them. Come on, there you go. All right, so now we're going to click close. You're going to say no. So it says you want to make the AW or whatever, the ones that you just created, worksheet the active workset. Make sure you hit no on that. All right, so the next thing that I will do is I will come up here to the default 3D viewer, and now this is showing up. So typically what I like to do is I like to go up here to visibility graphics, click edit. I'm going to go to the Revit links. I'm going to link all the models that are linked to this project, so I'm only seeing the things that I need to work with. I'm going to make sure that I turn off all the categories, and then I am only left with the things that I want to see. So I'm going to say fine, and then I'm going to say shaded. All right, so this is everything that's in the structural model. Well, not a lot of things. I thought it was going to be more, but it doesn't look like we have that much. The other thing that I don't like on this model is the rebar that was modeled. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off all the rebar, fabric areas, fabric reinforcement, path reinforcement, structural rebar, couplers, and I think that should be it. All right, cool. So as we can see here, first thing I'm going to select is the ladder. Now, once I select the ladder, I'm going to go down here to Workset. And then I don't think I created a ladder. I created a stairs, but not a ladder. All right, so perfect example. We created a lot of worksets that are not needed here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go back to my collaborate worksets. So as we can see here in this Revit project, we're not going to need hatches. I'm going to get rid of hatches, delete. I'm going to get rid of miscellaneous metals. Doesn't look like we have any. Delete. Railing. Doesn't look like we have any railing. Stairs. I'm going to rename this one. Instead of stairs, I'm going to say ladders. Or it's only one, so just ladder. And then supports. I don't see any support, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, so, and then the one that we do need are AW double T's. And these are for the precast double T's up here. Click OK. Make sure with this one you uncheck this guy. Click OK. Click no. And then now I'm going to select the ladder. And then down here, if I go to Worksets, I make sure I click AW ladders. So the reason why if I go back here to Worksets, the reason why we uncheck this visible in all views is just to make sure that as we're selecting different things in here, they disappear once we put them in different worksets. All right, so now we're going to go down here, change it from structural, change it to double T's. All right, so now I'm left with this floor. So floor, I want to do concrete. This floor, I'm going to do concrete. And then all these pedestals, I'm assuming these are all pump pedestals. Right click and select all instances in this view. There you go. Easy. All right, so back to Worksets and then AW Concrete. All right, so now I have everything in different Worksets, right? So the next thing that I want to do is I want to go back to Worksets, make sure I turn on all these guys back on. So the guys that I turned off, turn them back on, click OK. So now everything's back on. And then the next thing that I'm going to do in the next video is create the different views and then put all these guys into those views.